very good morning to all of you, babukeli nabalaleli. Kuzo zonke indawo la nihleli khona siyabingelela uMandla Phiri Kamshengu, and this is your show, One Life Breakfast Show. Nokuyishow emnandi kakhulu esikulethela yona ekseni njalo ngomsombuluko. So we encourage you to come to our social media platforms la uzofika usithole khona. Ku Facebook we are Umabo Production, and ku YouTube we are Umabo Production as well. So please nakanjani ngena lapho, you like the page, you comment, wenza yonke into ekufanele yenze, you even press the button yebell so that if mengabe ukuthi siyaposta you get the notification. Kanti ke sesifinyelele lapho isikhathi sithi motivation with mali nokuyisho nekuyicategory la sikulethela yona meqala nje uhlelo lwethu. Mali, morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
We good. Please greet the viewers and do the honors.
I greet you in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to share with you something about God want us to be healthy.
Yeah.
So it's something that I'm gonna share with you, something about healthy. God, He needs His people to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to share with you something from the book of Leviticus 11 from verse 1 going down. We're gonna pick up something there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Just go straight to it, Nabil.
Yeah. In Leviticus,
Yes.
God taught us the clean food that we have to eat as people.
Yes.
And then we find today we people will eat something opposite from what God said.
Mm-hmm.
That is why you can see today a lot of people are suffering from different diseases.
Sure.
Just because we don't follow what God said.
Mm-hmm.
You can see a lot of people are suffering with the BP.
Yes. High blood.
High blood, yes. Yeah. Sugar.
Yeah.
A lot of diseases in this life. The problem, we don't follow the ways of God.
Mm-hmm.
That's a main problem. Because when you read from Leviticus 11, from 1 until down,
yeah,
you're going to find God commanded us what to eat and what we mustn't not eat.
Mm-hmm.
But we people, we eat everything.
Everything.
Even the meat.
Mm.
God instructed us to eat meat and not all meat.
Mm.
And He instructed us also how to eat.
Mm.
They said you mustn't eat that oil of the meat.
Yeah.
God instructed us to do like that.
Yeah.
But you and me, when we go to the butcher,
yeah,
which I mean, I need more oil, please can you give me oil? That oil is dangerous to your body.
Mm.
That is why we are having a lot of problems that we are facing today, just because we are not obeying God's laws, what God instructed us to do. That's the main problem that we are having. So let's look after ourselves. No one else will look after.
Sure.
You have to look after me. I have to look after myself. You have to look after yourself, so that you must be healthy. Yes.
You left me very speechless, because I'm also thinking, which I'm one of those people that eat everything and anything that I come across. But now, if you talk like this, then that means it's a book that everyone has to go through it and learn what to eat, what not to eat, because these days really we are suffering from a lot of diseases, as you've highlighted, boma BP, boma sugar, whatever diseases, but your high blood. It's because of what you eat. But then, besides from referring from the book, what is it else? What else that can we do to look after our life, to make sure that we always healthy?
Yeah, we mustn't depart from the God's word.
Yeah.
We have to be in that way. What God instructed us to do, we have to follow. as I gave you the book of Leviticus 11, it's where you find clean food and unclean food. Food that, if we follow all those things, it will take us in a good way, in a way that we are going to behave. But if we are departing from God's ways, obvious, this problem of so many diseases is not going to be away from us. So what we have to do, we have to deal with the God's ways. On top of that, we have to choose which to eat, because we are just taking everything. Why? We don't know. So now I can see we know.
Yeah.
So because we to know is like a myth. So because we know, which means we are not going to make any mistake in terms of food. Yeah.
No, I Sigzwele Babmadi, please do leave the social media platforms where people can reach you, maybe for in case there's a new viewer or new listener, so that they can get your numbers.
For more information to get me, you can get me on my numbers from 064 982 1397. And then you can get me on this channel so that you can watch more and more of our episode each and every Monday. Thank you.
No, thank you very much for coming to the show, man. La studio because we are sitting with the #1 residents. If you don't know who the #1 residents ubani, in his position uhleli as a councillor. So namhlanje ke ungahlala nje uhlale kamnandi lapho unethezeke wazi ukuthi you are going to get more things about politics and life yakhe. Abamaziyo bambiza uMakapane, uMr Mkwena. Sawubona.
No, and
yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming to the show, Baba. We know Uche, there are a lot of things that you are doing, but you decided to Uche, no, even these people, no matter how small they are coming, but let me go to them and talk to them. Thank you very much for that. I know it's not everyone that can do that, but you did that just because of umuntu that cares about umphakathi wakhe.
I would mind that first thing first.
Yeah.
Respect, it will take you a long way.
Yeah.
And I'm not a person that is humble.
Yeah.
But when I took this position, I said mine is only one thing.
Yeah.
My first principle is to serve.
It's to serve.
Is to serve. And if I serve, I need to respect.
Please kindly introduce yourself so that everyone knows sikhuluma nobani and who are we having in the studio.
On Nagina Makapan Waham, now Thomas Makapan Waham Queen.
Okay.
It happens for Rehabu Pilohun Tumela. I bought a house in Protiatlen, and I'm a resident in Ward 14, and I'm a ward councillor.
Okay. Growing up, before we get into your position of being a #1 resident in Mpakathini, which is the councillor, we want to find out growing up, how was it? Was it there? You will become a councillor, or perhaps you wanted to be maybe a doctor, a police, or whatever that you wanted to be. You stand a #1 resident?
No, there was no such. When I grew up at Ikana School, I've done law, and I've copied. I've done national diploma in management. But my passion, it was based on business. So it was not about politics. In politics, I was recruited at the age of 13. And I participated in progressive structures by then. And since from 80s up until now, my passion has grown in politics. Remember, I wanted to be a businessman. A businessman will forever want to interact with communities. And I realized to say, my passion is people. So when the opportunity, it was not an opportunity.
Yes.
When I was lobbied in Watford to say, no, we see you as a possible candidate to be a councillor, you can serve people well. Then I said, no, it was not for trying. Immediately after we've won the award, the first day that we've won the award, we went through the by-election. I think it was in 2018, 2019.
Yes.
I started serving people. And even when I was in jail, I was serving people. It was not basically for being councillor. I had a relationship with many councillors that have passed on, even those that are living.
Now you've seen ukuthi uyakhula and you getting uthando of serving people. Usungenile kulo now as a councillor. How is it? We know imisebenzi eminingi people will complain ngokuthi working with people akukho easy. How it has been for wena for this ngithi period yakho yonke since uphathile till now? Was it easy? Was it simple? Was it nice? Bekunjani?
Easy. To be honest, it's not easy. Just because of some, let me say me personally, one thing that I've realized why it makes the work of a councillor not being easy is that he or she is in the cold face of service delivery.
Sure.
You have national issues, you have provincial issues, you have local issues.
Okay.
And our people cannot differentiate between national, provincial. All what they know is that whenever we go to council, a solution will come. And when solution they don't come, just because of our people, they look, the most important thing is civic education. And we have realized to say, and we wish from local to national, we need to be emphasizing more on civic education so that people should begin to understand. People are a council. It might be on personal relationship. People will come to council. It might be on a family matter. People will come on council. And they forget to say, as a councillor, my work is to do oversight. I'm not a decision maker. And when I do oversight, mine is to say that the matter has blocked the call, maybe for argument's sake, here is a reference number.
Yeah.
That the matter now councillor, 3 days I've logged this call and it's not attended. I normally do this. I'll say that the matter, let's drive to Tubegota for argument's sake. And I'm going to ask as whether is the call this call has been logged, why it is not attended.
Yeah.
And if it's not attended, have you ever spoken to your client and give him a feedback? Remember, since I've been a councillor, even in our office, I've told them one thing. When a customer comes in, complain, we take a complaint. Immediately after 3.5 hours, call the customer back to ask us whether it has been attended. If it has never been attended, we'll re-escalate the matter. So that's how we some of us, we want to do the work. But we realize within our localities, we have a lot of information that it doesn't talk to the realities of life. You call a meeting as a councillor, you want to address a particular issue. For example, another clinic issue. I normally say to people, a project on its nature is to alleviate a particular problem, and cause another problem. But all what we want is to deal with service delivery issue in attending to the needs of the people. So those are the challenges that as councillors. And another thing that is said, we just wish, speaking on behalf of all the councillors maybe, even though I've never been given a mandate, if our communities can take us as part of them, and we work together, we can achieve more. Our communities are not taking us as part of them. They're taking, I don't know baringa esbat wajwa. But we are human beings, we live, we reside with you. And we see the challenges. It will never happen as a councillor. I'll drive somewhere and not pass that water. Just because of I'm a resident in a particular way. That's why they're saying when you are a councillor, you need to be residing in that particular way. But just because of frustrations at some stage of communities, they are not treating us well. But what we accept it is part of the way, but it's not the right thing. It's not the right thing. It cannot be condoned. It has to be discouraged. Whenever there are challenges, we need to sit down and so that we make another person to understand your frustration.
Babukele Makaya, siyabonga for tuning in, and I must tell you this, ukuthi it has been overwhelming for everyone ola studio namhlanje to have the councillor, because since from the appointment arranged, where people were very excited, and now we feel very much appreciated by our councillor. Ngobusumshilo eseshilo ukuthi uya yena uza into ayaziyo nayizalelo ukuthi azoseva umphakathi okuningi akanendaba nabo. Councillor, it has been ama reports amaningi reportiwe kwathiwa amakhansela ayabulawa, amakhansela being killed there and there, izinto ezinjalo. When you get into this position, didn't that cross your mind? Which I know, I'm saying this because of some people maybe bona ukuthi a business or umsebenzi wabo. Kuwe didn't it cross your mind ukuthi mhlawumbe when you decide izinto ezikanjalo ukuthi no, I want to be a councillor? It didn't cross your mind ukuthi one day maybe I'll be killed, as you've already said, highlighted ukuthi emphakathini we don't receive you or appreciate you the way ni expect ukuthi zil appreciate ngakho.
Let me start here. I'm a God's project. And if I'm saying I'm a God's project, remember I'm born Canada.
Okay.
In between the project, the activity. Any activity, it can happen. But it's not a nice thing when a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, and just get shot just because of a position. You might kill me today. Are you going to get that position? You are not. But, and I have this belief to say, I'm not going to be afraid of my community. They've elected me. They've sent me. So they cannot kill me. I have that trust. But within the back of my mind, I know I'm a God's project. So in most of the cases, some of us, we drive at night. When we do service delivery, when we check the street lights and other things, we came across a lot of things. I've been a victim, I've been mad. And it was said, when people explain to say, we followed you throughout the day. We saw you were in the office. One of them said, you know, you have failed one grade. For that, now I'm giving you credit. But so, as residents, as communities, crime, I normally say it happens within our own houses. Whatever plan that people do, they plan within their own house. And whenever they're going to kill any leader, the plan has been within a particular house. So let us refrain as society in killing people for possessions or in killing people for a particular asset that we don't have. Remember, behind me, there are a lot of people that are relying on me that I might not see there.
Yeah.
And as soon as you kill me, you have deprived those people. It might be within my family, it might be within the residents, it might be within the society. So your life, it does, but it should not deter and make me to be afraid. Work is work, work has to be done. Service has to be provided to people.
Now there's someone, whether youth or usekhulile ungabe obuyouth, that wants to be in the same position yokuthi abe ukansela, maybe who is even already has started ubambi journey yakho. Well, how can you motivate, or what can you say kuloyo muntu who wants to get into a position of being a counselor?
Let me start here to say, to be a counselor is not, I don't know why we want to be given titles. I normally say to people, you are just a doorman, just because of you work with people. But you need to understand, how does the city work? Those that have passion of becoming councillors, it's simple. Let them read the Municipality Finance Act, the Structural Act, and the System Act.
Sure.
Remember, in municipality, participatory democracy is encouraged. You see me in most of the cases I call meetings.
Sure.
There will never be decision that it will be taken by me, not even to call a meeting. So those are the things, and let them have a love of working with people. And also I believe to say, in me, it says, even when I've changed one life, it's too many.
It's too many.
It's too many. So those that, let them working within their communities, understand their own communities, not where you reside. Just because in most of the cases, I want to concentrate where I reside. Let me tell you, I know all the streets of this Watford. I know all of them.
I know.
And whenever community calls me, without even giving the address, I'll ask first, can I get the street name?
Yeah.
And he says, no, maybe for argument's sake, Mutolo Street. I'll drive to Mutolo Street and I'll call that resident to some in Mutolo Street. But I shall have seen the complaint, except if it's an internal or in the house problem. But when it's on the street, I wake up every day, early in the morning, I do rounds. I'll tell you when I'm talking to you now. If you were to ask me about certain things within the world, I'll tell you to say, I've already captured them, and they'll be escalated.
We are going to ukhetho again, elections. Is there by any chance ukuthi singakubona maybe ukhankasa again to go back to your position?
No, this time we are going for national and provincial election in 2024. As I said, Kimuruni, I cannot choose myself. I have to be chosen. And it will depend to say, if I've given people service, and people say, go there, meaning that people are saying, we entrust that you can resolve all the challenges that we have. Just because of resolving in all the challenges and service deliveries that we have, it might not take a day. And I've noticed one thing since I've been a councillor. People expect to be spot on in the first year. There are a lot of laws that you need to read. You understand the proceeding. Probably most of us will start understanding in the next 2.5 years. And the other 2.5 years, the time is down. So now I believe in this man and the resident. I cannot choose myself. I can't put myself on a position. And I don't see myself having a position. I normally refuse when people call me a councillor. Just because of you say, when you start saying a councillor, in me you are saying, it's you and me. You are my brother. I need to service you, and I need to love you, and you need to love me. Councillorship, it will be used in the right platform. In chamber, yes, it can be used just because of it's supposed to be used. But within my community, I'm your child. Whenever you call me Makapwan, it's not a disrespect. It's my name for as long as I'm going to service you.
Amazwi akho okugcina to the viewers, whatever that you want to say, maybe a message that you want to pass to them. Give them a message and
let me take this opportunity to thank everybody that has listened. But we have a major problem, particularly in our country. One, particularly to young people. Young people are not playing an active role within our communities and our society. Not long, IEC for 2024, they'll be opening voter registration. But in Protea North Administration Office, IEC offices are there. Let them take their IDs, go there and register so that they can be part and process of any planning in the Republic. It doesn't work it for us to be standing at the corner, blaming people, pointing fingers. It's a high time that we need to begin to stand up and begin to do things. Like coming back to the odd, in most of the cases, whenever you call meetings, you find young people not being in meetings. But there are ones that are coming to offices with their own challenges, but to complain and you address them. And you encourage them to say, come to the meetings and listen and contribute. So that we've been encouraging them from cooperatives, from NPO, from NGOs. Those things, they have a meaningful role to play. The issue is not about looking for employment. Most of them, they want employment. It's true, unemployment rate is high. South Africa is faced with problems, but this problem that South Africa is faced with, they're there to be resolved. We're human beings. We need to take them head on. We can't leave them and say, no, these are the problems. They are not God created. They are man-made problems. So then we can find solutions around those. So I encourage young people and I encourage communities, particularly based on the issue of crime, social ills that are faced with communities. And also we encourage them to go to school. Not that they're not going to school. We encourage them to go to school and begin to play a meaningful role within the society.
Sipe ama social platforms where we can get you if someone wants to communicate you, whether my phone number or social media platforms, whatever.
I expect you, Amanda, to be giving your viewers and your listeners my numbers as well. So I believe in my word.
Okay.
Everybody has my number. I can be called at any time. Okay. On social media, I'm on Twitter, Facebook. But I believe in one thing that I've realized: our country believes too much on social media and other information. It doesn't sit well. It misleads.
Sure.
Let us create the content that is going to build our own society. That's where, as South Africans, we need to begin to reshape. It's us. South Africa is us. South Africa cannot be other people. It's us. And based on the issue of crime, we encourage our communities to form street committees so that security should rest in their own hands and collaborate with law enforcement agencies and collaborate with other government entities so that we shape our own societies and our own world.
Ntate Mokoena, thank you very much for coming to the show. Like Mrs. Shilo before, we know that you've cancelled a lot of things, you've scheduled a lot of things, but you win the show, you are here with us. We really appreciate what you did for us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ikhathi. Niyazi ke babukela ukuthi la ekhaya asiniletheli nje into eyodwa, sizithatha nga one by one. Kanti ke manje silapho sithi sikhuluma khona ngezobuciko namasiko, arts and culture with uChris Chrome 1. He's here at the studio manje. Sicela ubingelela ababukeli then welcome show nathi.
Sanibonani emakhaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Siyabonga very much for coming to the show. We are continuing from what we talked about last week. So kunegama ofike walisho lafikela lathi ukungibhayizisa kancane. Bekuthi angilibize ngesilungu nesiZulu ukuthi Renaissance. Manje azi noma nilisho kahle ukuthi Renaissance, but ngiyacabanga ukuthi uthe Renaissance. Renaissance yini Renaissance?
Yebo. I-Renaissance kushuthi ngasho ukuthi isikhathi sase-Europe ngobo 1914 up to 1916. Yileso sikhathi leso abantu babeqala manje ukubona ukuthi ama-politics ne-religion izinto kumele baqale bakhulume ngazo lezo zinto lezo. So i-period ye-Renaissance i-period yaleso sikhathi leso. Uthi Renaissance kusho ukuthi ngamanye amagama, according to amanye ama-scholar,
Sure.
usho ukuthi i-period ye-revival,
Okay.
i-period ye-rebirth.
Mhm.
So i-period ye-rebirth kanjalo ngale leso sikhathi leso ibonakale ngokuthi kube khona abantu abazonobuciko
Mhm.
kwe-society ofana nayo lo mntomba ubuciko be-art.
Mhm.
That period yiyo yaqala yabonisa iy'nkinga zabantu within the social strata,
Mhm.
ukuthi njengoba siphila kanje siney'nkinga ezisona. Ukubonisa for example abantu baqala manje bakhuluma ngezinto ezi-personal to themselves and izinto ezi-concerna i-community. Yabona baqale ba-create izinto ezifana nama-paintings nama-sculpture, yabona into ezinjalo. So manje kwenzekeleni-ke kuleyo period leyo ukuthi abantu njengoba sebakhuluma ngazo zonke lezi zinto, ungathola ukuthi izinto eziningi abantu abebekhuluma kakhulu ngazo, because it was the most influential things during that time. It was i-religion, kusho ngamanye amagama ba-questiona or bakhuluma kakhulu ngezinto ezihambelana nokholo. Ngoba uzobona ama-paintings afana noku-16 Chapels
Okay.
e-Italy enzo Michelangelo, and then uthole amanye ama-paintings ayenziwe ukuthi most ama-paintings lawa ayenziwe njengokwenzele le example le-16 Chapels, uthole no Leonardo da Vinci
Mhm.
apende isithombe saka-Jesus Christ.
Yes.
And wapenda lesithombe esibaluleke kakhulu uLeonardo da Vinci awasipenda ilesi se-The Last Supper.
Mhm.
So those izinto most influential during that time, why to the point ukuthi kube khona a very big religious wars in Europe, and to a point kuze kube nesikhathi se-Inquisition, lapho abafuna ukuthola abantu abangakholwa, and then ababiza ukuthi ama-heathens. And those people used to be executed a lot in public spaces. Yabona? So artists then would start painting about those things from their own point of view. Izinto ezinjalo. So ukuze sifike kule period esikuyo manje nge-art, njengoba bengisho, si-influence yiyo i-Renaissance period yase-Europe. So ukuthi manje la e-Africa sibe nayo leyo period leyo Renaissance, wezwa ama-politicians bakhuluma nge-African Renaissance.
Yeah. I was about to go there. Yeah. Ukuthi mina nginokuzwa nje kukhulunywa nge-African Renaissance and it ends there. Yeah.
So manje ngisho makukhuluma nge-Renaissance sikhuluma ngani ngokuzalwa kabusha, the rebirth of society. Yeah. So nathi sinayo i-African Renaissance, and uyayibona i-African Renaissance ngendlela eziningi. Ubona the shift in society, ubona abantu abaphuma from kuma-townships bahambe bayahlala emasabhabhini, ubona abantu abaphuma from kwamanye ama-country baza bamuva bayahlala kwezinye indawo, people from Zimbabwe, Malawi bamove to South Africa. Kwenzakalani makufika konke labantu siqala siba nendlela entsha yokucabanga ngoba sithola ama-views from wabo, and then siwafuse nawethu enenabo bathana ama-views wabo bawafuse nawethu. So kuba kanjani siba i-culture entsha yase-South Africa or i-culture entsha yase-Africa, ngoba uyabona ukuthi abantwana abancane abakhulayo bakhula esikolweni nje, funda nomlungu, neNdiya, iChina, uyangithola?
Yeah.
And then ufunda mhlambe nomunye umuntu mhlambe waseMalawi noma waseZambia. So konke intenzakalayo lapho kwenzakalani kufika kuba ne-fusing yama-culture. Yiyo ke African Renaissance ke le, of people coming together. Into ezenzeka as a result ukuthi manje kuzophuma a new forms of music, new forms of sculpture, new forms of clothing, new forms of language. Yiyo ke period into besibeka
sekuyaqala kuba uciko lapho, kuba amasiko nje okusho nje ukuthi seqhamuka umculo lapho, seqhamuka a new way of painting, seqhamuka a new way of thinking, sekuyinto entsha nje yonke.
Yeah, kuba into entsha, and yiyo into sometimes bayibiza ngokuthi like example into eyenzakala la South Africa into ebizwa ukuthi sikwi-melting pot which ngamanye amagama siphekwa endaweni A1 manje yabona. So we can expect mhlambe in the next few years, maybe in the next 10 years, which we have a new form of culture manje which influences also our language. Mangithi phela manje ungakhohlwa sisakhona nokwazi ukuthi abantu abanye uma bethi stabo basho uthini besingazazi lezi zinto lezo. So lezi zinto lezo they become
culture
of our language. So manje masithatha izinto ezifana ne-language, it is a form of art. I-language, for example, thina example eSoweto isiZulu sesikhuluma mara manje sisikhuluma ngendlela yokuthi manje sesisifakele into zethu phakathi yabona, and manje sathi siyakhuluma yabona sithi siyaringa, which comes from a telephone that rings, and then we took that and we made it into our language. Sometimes because it came from the telephone that rings. So when we're talking arts, we're not just talking about the painting or music. We're talking about the way people live, the creativity. How did creativity came to what it is? If it's now so you wanna say TV, it's because not they on
the ground.
Yeah.
No, siyabonga kakhulu. Nawe yenza lokho abanye abakwenzayo. Leave your platforms la utholakala khona ukuthi whoever wants to ask. Lokho sikwenzela ukuthi if you want to ask questions njengombukeli, mhlawumbe sometimes umusha umbukeli omusha that has never got ama numbers wabo, so you can leave your numbers.
Ama number wami mina ngihlale ngakhohlwa babukeli. Kodwa ngawasho last time. Siyabonga.
Okay, then nama social media platforms.
Kuma social media Chrome 1 or noma Chrome alone ku Instagram.
Okay.
Chrome
alone Instagram. Alright.
Ayike mbukeli siqhubeka kamnandi kanjalo nohlelo lwethu sesifike engosini yethu lapho sikhuluma khona kamnandi sithi hard politics nokuyilapho sisuke sikhuluma khona ngepolitiki yakho sithi yazi politiki yakho noma ukuphi kanti ke sisuke siyidingeta nobaba wethu Zeblon bingelela abalaleli usintroduce futhi.
Sanibonani balaleli nababukeli bemaku radio sikhona futhi Club. About to take off.
Buckle up, we're about to take off. Sikhona asindawo sihlezi sikhona noma kanjani hayi lokho akujini. Comrade siyabonga ukuthi ufike eshowini noma kuyishow yakho ke sekuyingosi yakho la sazikhona ukuthi nona kanjani mekushala isikhathi sine appointment nawe. Sikhuluma indaba namhlanje ethanda ukubabucayana mhlawumbe abanye abantu abangayibuki ngendlela yokuthi cayi kodwa mina ngiyibuka ngaleyo ndlela. Indaba ye-census ake siqale nje la mhlawumbe kutheni ngaphambi kokuthi singenelele kuyona yini i-census ukuthi noma ngabe khona oqalayo ukuzwa ngalento ethi census azi ukuthi sikhuluma ngani nesithi census.
Ngibonge Mshego. Masikhuluma nge-census Mshego phecelezi sikhuluma ngokubalwa kwabantu abasuke behlala kulelo zwe lelo. Masikhuluma nge-census ke kubalulekile ukuthi uhulumeni osuke ekhona kubalulekile ukuthi lezi zinto sikhashana zenziwe ukuze akwazi ukuthi uma ngabe ebaza abantu ukuthi izwe leli engilibusayo lakhelwe abantu abangakanani, then lokho yikho kumguidayo ukuthi akwazi ukuthi alright in terms of i-budget yami ngiyikhipha kanjani, how do I allocate i-budget yami on the basis of i-number enginazo. So what I will say ukuthi kubaluleke kakhulu ukuthi uma lezi zinto zikhona kubalwa abantu beqhamuka ama-agents othola ukuthi ayabalwa ama-field soldiers ibala lapha uziveze lapha because that's how you contribute ekuphathekeni kwezwe lakho. Ungazithola ukuthi ngoba uzothi Mshego uthi uyabalwa lapha uthi hayi mina ngingeni lezi zinto nami ngisho njalo ugcine wonke umuntu nje esho njalo uhulumeni egcine enabantu abayidlanzana nje lapha of which lokho yikho kuzobe inform ukuthi i-budget yami ngizoyikhipha just on the basis of laba bantu engibabonayo lapha of which that is not the real picture. Uthola ukuthi kahle kahle maybe is half the population esinayo of which lokho kungasenza ukuthi ngoba mase kuphakiwe lapha nobani okade engabalwanga ukufaka isandla kuyinkinga ke lokho mshini.
Usungishaya ngetshe emlonyeni. That was my next question. Bengifuna ukukubuza ukuthi kubaluleke ngani ukuthi sibalwe. Usukushilo ukuthi kubalekile ngokuthi uhulumeni kufanele azi ukuthi obani abakhona ngiphakela abantu abangaki obani abashoda ngokuthi obani abanekuthi. Usukuchazileke lokho bengifuna ukubuza ukuthi abantu nabo bayizinkomo bayabalwa ngoba sasazi ukuthi kubalwe inkomo esibayeni. Washo kanjalo omunye umsakazo wathi hayibo bembuze enkantolo ukuthi izingane unezingane ezingaba wathi ngicabanga nje zo14 kodwa nginasiqiniseko ngoba ngibabala abantu. Manje ke besithi sifuna ukuya lapho but ke hayi ngoba usuhighlightile ukuthi kubalekile ukuthi abantu babalwe. Now abantu emphakathini mhlawumbe bakhona abangagressive kahle lokubalwa kwabo. Abanye futhi bazokhuluma izinto zokuthi kusiza ngani ngoba namhlanje mina ngisebenzi kodwa sibaliwe ukuthi obani abahlelela ukushina abangasebenzi obani abangenzani. Sitheni lapho sitheni kuleyo ndawo abantu uma begoloza bethi hayi mina angisezukubalwa kulonyaka ngisezukuvuma ngoba phela hayi cha kade sibalwa kodwa hayi.
Ushego ngizothi kubalekile ukuthi uhulumeni umphakathi owakhela izwe alibusayo ufunde ukhona esinye isikhulumi sethu nje ngaphambilini the first citizen of the world
Yes.
uComrade Makapane uye wathinta indaba ye-civic education of which the civic education is not a kind of education that will go and get it ey'koleni. I-education efuna nje usemphakathini as ezoku-afforda ukuthi ukwazi ukuparticipate nawe emphakathini owakhele.
Yes.
Now, the civic education yini engiqondile nangayo. Lokho kubalulekile ukuthi umuntu uma uhulumeni ekufundisa ukuthi ukubala kwakho as I've already indicated earlier on ukuthi leyo nto i-influencer i-budget ezophuma. Then i-budget ezophuma already nawe iyabala lapho ukuthi remember ukuthi in most cases ugovernment akakhi imisebenzi. Uhulumeni kancane ukuthi uhulumeni angakha imisebenzi. Uhulumeni only creates a conducive environment in which abatshali imali bezokwazi ukuthrive khona. Then now uhulumeni that will inform ukwakheka kwemithetho ezogavina lezo zinto. Then may allocate imali nokuthi alright abatshali imali mangifuna ukubancenca ukuthi beze batshale imali. Maybe mbanitha kuphi halfway, maybe you create some special economic zones ukuthi alright ake nginciphisa intela abayibhadalayo. Lokho that's how ugovernment contributor ekutheni abatshali imali beze. Angithi ke then it means wena noma ungeke uqashwe uhulumeni but the environment uhulumeni ayicreative noma ungaqashwanga uhulumeni uzokwazi ukuthi uqashwe yini i-private sector okuyikuthi uhulumeni unesandla asidlalayo lapho in terms of imithetho nezinye izinto ayirola out ukuthi i-private sector ingayitholi icindezelekile ukuthi ukwenza ibhizinisi kuleli lizwe kunzima. So i-private sector ke into nje engenamsebenzi mayithi ibheka lapha eMalawi ibheka eBotswana ithi hayi awuthi ngiwela uncele ngeLesotho maybe ibhizinisi ingenzeka kangcono lapho. So that is important emshengu ke then ukuthi lezo zinto ezinjalo as part of the civic education that I've already alluded to earlier on kube ukuthi abantu bayayazi ukuthi because this little thing as contributor ngazo you don't need ukuthi wenze into enkulu. Into encane oyenzayo into encane engiyenzayo into encane omunye ayenzayo yenzani yenza into enkulu. Bathi ngelinye ilanga if everyone was to sweep in his doorstep, then the whole city or the whole country will be clean. So contribution yami musukwenza ukuthi ucabanga ukuthi uwedwa ungashintsha i-country, angeke uyishintshe i-country uwedwa, ukubambisana. It's each one teach one.
Iconsi ugcwalise ibhakede. Hayi siyabonga kuleyo ndawo ukuthi us-highlight ngaleyo ndlela. Now khona la ngifuna siye khona. Shubile Palestine. Ibambene ngehluthu. Kwenzekani kuleli yazo? Sibandakanyeka kanjani futhi thina? Ingabe akunaka ukuthi sizohamba sihamba khona mhlawumbe igcine sisithinta lento or isiqalile ukusithinta ngandlela thizeni?
Mshengo hayi ukuthi izosithetha isithintile. Sesiphakathi because now umhlaba Mshengo uyazi the more uba umuntu ofundayo or over informed. You can be informed through media. You can be informed ngokuba umuntu ofundayo. But the more uba umuntu informed, umhlaba uphela kube omncane Mshengo. Utravel ulokhu uhleli khona. To a point ukuthi ukuhamba uye ePalestine uyobona ukuthi yini le eyenzekayo ugcina just kuba yiluxury ukuthi necessity ukuthi uye la sewuyazazi lezo zinto lezo. Then umhlaba njengamanje is a global village.
Sure.
Uyabona okwenzeka kuphi angeke ukuthi akuthinta kuyakuthinta Mshengo. So if I have to touch le ndaba yalapha kwa Israel nase Palestine, that is the Middle East. Maybe let me track back a bit. Ngithathe indaba yawa Israel in the Bible now. Indaba ka Israel in the Bible ukuthi Israel baze bayithole sebesegibhithe. Because now it comes across as if Israel ama-Israelites azalelwe eGibhithe. Yes, it comes across as if ama-Israelites are aqubuke nje sequbuka eGibhithe. No, that's not the case. Ama-Israelites kahle kahle aqhamuka khona eMiddle East. Afike ngesikhathi sika Joseph abafowabo mabemthengisile bamthengisela ama-Ishmael ayeya eGibhithe. Ukhona isikhathi safika eGibhithe ke uJoseph wayegcina eyithola umuntu osebenza eofisini nje lophakeme khona lapha kwi-Pharaoh yase-Egypt. Kwatholakala ngoba uFaro wayehlushwa amaphupho. Mayehlushwa amaphupho, cha bamtshela bathi kunenye indoda la. Iyakwazi ukuchaza amaphupho. Mabe iletha le ndoda, yafika yachaza lamaphupho. Kunephupho elalikhuluma ebona inkomo eziyisikhombisa ezizacile nezinonileyo eziyisikhombisa. Wafika wachaza leli phupho ukuthi cha la lento ikhuluma ngokuthi kuzoba neminyaka eyisikhombisa yenala. Ufike kube neminyaka eyisikhombisa enjalo. That is when ke eqala esebenza lapha ya. Then eMiddle East abafowabo lapho bahlala ezweni elihlangabezane nayo lenkinga yani yendlala. Kanti ke ngapha eGibhithe phela ngoba isiprofeti sesiye sachazeka or iphupho mangisho. Lachazeka iphupho ukuthi ngoba kuqalele iminyaka eyisikhombisa yenala babuthezela babeka uwethuthwane. Kuthe mase kufika indlala wathola ukuthi bona cha ayibathinti kangako bathatha lapha enqolubanini. Wathola ukuthi laba ke iphupho ebelingafikanga kubo bebengeke bakwazi ukuyilungiselela bengezwanga lutho. Then uthola ukuthi abafowabo bagcina belokhu besuka beyothenga lapha ya. Yena uyababona bona bamboni ke. Yena uzwa bona bezwa mayilokho ebabuza ukuthi uphi uBenjamin okuyikuthi umfowabo ngokwegazi. Now mayebelokhu bembuza abayinaki lento up until a time ngoba mayebabuza lento mabethenga lapha ya always ubuyisela le mali abayithengile emasakeni abahamba nawo. Mabefika ekhaya hawo le mali wayengayithathanga. Up until a point waba invite ukuthi bafike eGibhithe. That is where ama-Israelites eyithola iseGibhithe. Now asize ndabeni ke manje ukuthi asi fast track esibuyele ekutheni ke uyafika bayithola sebehlukumezeka ngoba the pharaohs kahle kahle in Egypt asigama lomuntu inkosi leyo ngegama. So amakhosi wokuqala befikile ayibaphatha kahle kwakungena inkinga up until a certain pharaoh eya ascend to the throne yajika ke yona yathi laba bantu ubuningi babo manje ingathi sebezozidalela inkinga baqala ke bahlukunyezwa to a point ke wafuneka baphume manje igama lathi babuyela kuphi babuyele eKenani okuyiPalestine bahamba ke baze bayofika ePalestina beholwa uMose ukuphuma lapha. Lempi ke iqala kanje ke ukuthi ke ibe yimpi le esiyibona namhlanje esilokusazana ukuthiwa impi yamaPalestina nama-Israyeli. Ayisokhumbula ukuthi kuthiwa baya eKenani or ePalestina. Izwe eliyi-Israyeli akusilizwe lelo. Igama lomuntu baba wabo. Hence bona baba ama-Israelites. Ngoba bayizizukulwane zika-Israel. I-Israel akulona izwe. It only became izwe nini 1947-48 mayiba yizwe. Then through abo-UN makukhandwa ke it was ama-demarcation basically, not ama-border in terms of the Armistice Agreement. Bekungama uhlukanisa nje ukuthi kudemarcate la mhlawumbe ePalestine lapha Jordan lapha Syria lapha nawe Egypt lapha. Now lento that was 1948. 1948 wahamba makufika ku1967 ngoba lama border ayedrawwe the green line uyiyona yayihlukanisa lamazwe lapho abayibiza the green line. 1967 kuqala enye impi yathatha izinsuku eziyisithupha. Lempi le iyona eyenza kwatholakala iIsrael manje le asebeyikhande isiyizwe ke manje. Yebo isiyizwe akusebona nje abantu. Yebo sekunezwe la kwaIsrael. Basuka ba-encroacher badlula leya demarcation. Mawuya ke ePalestina bangena kubo West Bank ko Gaza Strip nase East Jerusalem. Bangena kulezo indawo batholakala sebeqhinqe lapho. Yona mpi ke eyenza ukuthi manje the is occupation yani yePalestine by Israel. Okuyikuthi iPalestine khalela lelizwe lile kuyikuthi lapha in terms of the Armistice Agreement nina nihleli niqhinqile ezweni lethu why ningaphumi. Yona nto ke eyinkinga le ebangwa lapha ya because iIsrael manje kufika kwayo i-encroach emazweni amaningi kakhulukazi even na mawuya e-Egypt futhi ingenile lapha ya go-Suez Canal icrossile lapha ihleli khona lapha up until 1973 kunempi enye enkulu lapho kuyikuthi the Arab states zahlangana lapho against Israel. Impi yakhona eyabizwa the Yom Kippur War. The Yom Kippur it's a holiday lase Israel lona lelele 6 okuyikuthi lathola izwe laba Israel. This Yom Kippur War or the Ramadan War. Iyo impi eyenza ukuthi uthola ukuthi kahle kahle amaGibhita afuna ukubaphusha reclaim izwe abalithathile. NePalestina nayo ifuna ukuphusha ukuthi kahle kahle bathathe babuyiselwe izwe elithathekile. Also neSyria okuyikuthi abantu ababe kwi-forefront yalempi iSyria neEgypt. So yizo lezo zimpi kahle kahle eziphusha ukulwa lapha kahle kahle kwa-Israeli noPalestine. It's only 1979 where one Arab state recognized Israel as a state. That was Egypt. Egypt politically a mover from Gupi. By those times before 1979, izomukela Israel as a legitimate state. Ibilime towards Russia kakhulu because these people in Russia, America, they've always got interest in Lama country now. Remember, during that period, Yama 70s, there was an arms race. Kuthola ukuthi America ithi ngiqhamuke nalokhu, iRussia ithi ngiqhamuke nalokhu. Lona ithi ngiqhamuke nalokhu, nalona ithi ngiqhamuke ngalokhu. It was just that arms race. Ugijimiswana kanjani. Then Egypt yashifta from ekuncikeni kakhulu let me call it i-Soviet Union, not Russia as such, i-Soviet Union.
Okay.
Yes. Mayisihamba-ke incika kwi-Egypt. I-Egypt incika kakhulu kwi-Melika. Then sewuyayithola leyampi laphaya ukuthi mawuba impi Mshweni, it's important ukuthi phansi wazi ukuthi kahle kahle ngizofika ngihlale laphaya mangikhipha amasosha. Ayikho impi ewinwa emoyeni. Yabona, ngoba impi ewinwa emoyeni inenkinga yokuthi kuzokwenzeka lento eyenzeke kusuwani ngalezi 7 okwenzeke khona lapha. Awukhethi kanti empini ama-civilians akufuneki washaye. Abantu mhlawumbe abangomama awukwazi ukushaya laba abantu kakhulukazi abangama-civilians awukwazi ukuhamba uyithuse empini wena. Bhekana namasotsha obhekene nawo. So yileso simo othola ukuthi njengamanje iHamas if iyashaya iIsrael kushayeka ama-civilians kakhulu lapha. Yafika yathatha laba bantu yabathumba yahamba nabo baya kuphi ePalestine. Mabe ePalestine labo bantu labo Israel then went on a counter offensive. Yahlasela nayo ke manje yashaya okugcina ke manje uthola ukuthi ke Mshweni lapha yakuvaleke yonke into engenza abantu basePalestine abaphile. Kuvaleke ugesi, ama-substation. Recently nje bebakhomba bethi phumana ezibhedlela ezithile nezithile ngoba sizoshaya njengamanje la. So into eyenzeka kakhulu ke Mshweni, we need to be very careful singama-analyst ngoba when we analyze Mshweni, we are not journalists. When we commentator on the basis of what in media is feed about. Now, then in media masibhekile, in media izoreporta uthola ukuthi then uthola ukuthi Mshweni ke imedia i-biased towards or i-biased against. Then izobhala ngaleyo ndlela ke. So as analysts, as commentators, we need to be careful to counterbalance those things ukuthi uma ngabe se-analyze lesi simo sinika umuntu just olapha ukuthi yena he's just a consumer of news. Uyithatha zinjalo. So as analysts, as commentators, masenza lo msebenzi esiwenzayo kufuneka sibe careful ukuthi si-highlighta abantu ukuthi these are facts. Whatever the decision oyithathayo or umbono ogcina unawo must be umbono o-informed. Angithi kahle kahle si-cracker information eqhubekayo lapho because Mshweni there's no need ukuthi siyithole sixoxa ngokuthi hayi ephepheni ngibone lithi nawe ulifundile manje sithini ngathi ngoba lisho njalo hayi nami ngifundile ngibonile endabeni nawe ubonile endabeni but kusho ukuthini lokho uyiSouth Africa kusho ukuthini kuwe ngiza ephuzweni lokulibuzile kakhulu. I was just outlining ukuthi kahle kahle sithinteka kanjani. Sine department iDICO basically okuyukuthi ikhuluma ngani uqala bebebiza ngani nge-foreign affairs. So yiyo ebheke izinto ezikanje othola ukuthi isipronounce yona uma ngabe kukanje ukuthi kahle kahle simephi thina. So our government and our governing party have already pronounced themselves ukuthi we are standing with the people of Palestine. We are standing with the people which are marginalized. Now, Mshweni as a commentator, I'm not biased towards or against. I'm just telling it like it is. I won't be wishy-washy.
Yeah.
I'm the original, then I must come original. Ngewari ngani foreign policy because this thing now, if I compare into eyenzeka e-Ukraine Russia nento eyenzeka e-Palestine Israel, ngithola sikhuluma sibamba xambili. Uma ngabe siyakwazi ukukhuluma sithi kulento eyenzekayo kulempi ebakhona njengamanje sithi no, we are standing with the people of Palestine. why can't we say just sibe bold city? No, we're standing with the people of what? Of Ukraine. Because Russia encroaching in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Now, why is it not straight in terms of our foreign policy? City no, Russia phuma lapho. Phuma ezweni le Ukraine. Uma siyakwazi ukuthi Israel phuma ezweni lase Palestine. Uyabona ukuthi in terms of foreign policy yethu, it's very difficult ukuthi umuntu oyimele side nga understand ukuthi kahle kahle uthini
Sekwenzekala.
nithini kahle kahle standpoint isenu imbono yenu kahle kahle what guides imbono yenu ukuthi uthi lo akaphume uloya uthi hayi I'm taking a non-aligned stance. Why ikanjalo? Those are questions mshengu okufuneka sihlale sikhuluma ngawo umuntu olapha phansi akwazi not ngoba see against the governing party, but the governing party must always be on its toes ukuthi ayikwazi ukwenza noma kanjani, because manje mawuthatha these policies uwadraw on the basis zobungane zingabase kuma facts zigcina ziyinkinga mshengu ngoba uzoqhamuka omunye uzoqhamuka inkatha uqhamuka i-EFF uqhamuka i-DA ibuse kusasa ifike ishintshe lento ye-foreign policy ukuthi nina nithini.
Yeah.
Because manje sibhekise ekutheni hayi umngani wami loya kwake bathi ngixakekile hey wangisiza loya akangisizanga kodwa izinto zibe yifana. I think my position from where I am seated in Mshengu, my position ukuthi let us be clear as it relates to the question of our foreign policy.
Asivele senze njalo. Ama-social media platforms nazo zonke indawo la utholakala khona.
Ngiyatholakala ku 0733 099 063. Ngangithola ku WhatsApp futhi kuyo leyo number. Ngitholakala ku 0766 93 8653. Ngitholakala ku WhatsApp nalapho. Ubuye futhi usithole ku YouTube. Ngena nje kwi link yakhona la ku Mabo Radio, then uzosithola futhi sikhona khona lapho, but also uyungithole kwi Facebook Zep Illuminati. I'm the illuminated one.
Yeah. Ayike sizweleke bavukeli bekuhlelo lethu lokugcina lolo ohlelweni lethu bekuyisigaba sokugcina. Siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi ube ingxenye yohlelo nokuthi uparticipate kakhulu. Kithi kusho okukhulu lokho. Share with your friends, share with your family members. Ubatshele nabangani bakho, batshela abangani babo ukuthi na kanjani uMabo Production is doing things. Nina bengayishana lapha kamenze yaphuzula zangameva nina bakwaBhejane ephuma esiqhweni sesithi khumo.